Hi and welcome to Camp Sue. It's been quite a while. I could not come on and do any videos while I had heads down working on the card project. I am happy to say I have finished deck 1. I'm in the process now of editing, making sure that they're right, writing up descriptions. Now we got the options here. So we got a fancy box. And here's the unveiling. Okay, so I really like the box. And here's my book. And these are the cards. Okay, here they are. Okay, so this is the back. And I call this deck Life Mastery Oracle. So the idea behind this deck of cards is to help individuals to make peace with their shadows within themselves. It's almost like psychoanalyzing yourself with these cards. You don't have to tell anybody anything. I created a system with them. So here's my little booklet. So each card, and I'll pick one. All right, let's see. I love this one. Supreme Consciousness. All right, I don't know if you can see it. So with each card, I have keywords. And then I have a summary that, so if you just pick one card, for example. So let's do that. Let's just pick one card. All right, so I'm going to shuffle these cards. We pick one card. All right, what message? What is it? A message that people need to get. Okay, so 2 cards popped out. So we'll take the first one. Interesting. So we have the procrastination card. And we also have fear of the unknown. Okay. So at first glance, I'd look at these cards and I'd, say, okay, what is it? What am I afraid of? In what ways would I be self-sabotaging myself so that I could keep having that fear of the unknown? So it's like breaking through. So that's how I would view these cards just by looking at them. So now if I go to my little booklet, so what we're doing is just one. So I have it all written out. So there's a summary. So I'm going to read the summary on both cards and then see if that kind of fits with what I had just said. So for procrastination, not taking care of tasks is creating stress. Time management is needed. Prioritize your task. Force yourself to act. Honor yourself and your time. Use each moment and avoid creating what one doesn't want. All right, so that lines up. So let's see the fear of the unknown card. That's one of the other things I'm doing for this is I'm putting numbers on the cards and page number in the booklet because I don't know all these cards by heart. All right, so now for fear of the unknown, time to contemplate one's purpose and how to achieve peace within the waters of one's soul. Jump feet first into the unknown and trust one's inner guidance to carry one into their future. So, it's pretty much telling us to trust ourselves and move forward. That's what those messages would be. So now the system that I had started to tell you about. There's like 3 piles, all right, which we have. So you shuffle them up. Or you have let 3 cards fly out. As you say something like, what is the shadow that people watching this video need to pay attention to? Okay, so the first card that flies out is distorted thinking. So what that would tell me is what is it that's, what thoughts are you holding that are based on feelings? Because feelings are all good, but when you start to base your life situations on a feeling without any facts, then that's when you really start to get into trouble. All right, so there's some distorted thinking going on. So that's going to be the shadow. So the next spot, so there's 3 cards. So we're going to shuffle again. And the next is, okay, what is the message from a higher self? A higher self, oh, a bunch fell out, too many. What's the message from a higher self that would tell us how to actually face this distorted thinking? All right, well, we got 2 cards popped out. So we're going to let the 3rd card, which is your guides, angels, beings of light. Okay, so the higher self, giving you answers to this distorted thinking, the distorted thinking, is gossip. Okay, so what is it that you're really talking to? What are you saying? What are you, like, one of the reasons I didn't come on and do videos is because I was afraid of talking about my project, which has taken some power out of, would take power out of my project and actually completing it. So there's something like, what is it that's taking your power away? Why do you feel that you need to feed into the negativity with that distorted thinking based on fears and assumptions, false assumptions? We all make some false assumptions in life, and it can really lead us astray when we do that, because you really don't know anything. The only thing you have control of is you. All right, so the final card, the guides, angels, higher self, beings of light, it's addiction to fear. So oftentimes we get really, really comfortable in this distorted thinking and the fear that it creates, and like just being pissed off all the time. Do you really want to be pissed off all the time? So it's like you got to shift that up. You got to change your thinking, your way of, where are you going? Why are you thinking that way? So now with the distorted thinking, let's look at the book and see what I had written. So when I created these cards, I would meditate, I would get the paintings, like in an image or vision, and then I would get messages, and I would just write and write. So on the back of all the originals, I've written descriptions. So I've got like 300 plus cards painted. Many of those have descriptions. So I will be making more decks. This is just my first deck, and I think the paintings as I progress through this are better. The messages are still really cool, because some of this, I was telling some of my friends, I just couldn't even, I was like, wow, I wrote that. So I went into a place when I wrote these. So let's see what the distorted thinking, it took me a couple of minutes to find it because I have numbers associated, and I am going to do that. All right, so the shadow, self-devaluation, believing the words of others and allowing these words to define who you are, following another blindly based on one's own personal fears, easily controlled and manipulated through fear and anger, unwilling to trust oneself over others, manifesting states of fear and confusion, looking for someone to save you and tell you how you should feel. So this is like not taking control of your own power. It's kind of like giving it away, finding an excuse. So what's your excuse? Are you going to keep going on? And are you addicted to this feeling of being stuck and trapped and woe is me? Because if you do, you keep that energy, that's what you're going to create. All right? So you really want to watch out for that, because it's easy to go sliding down that road. You really want to shift your thinking. Whose thoughts are you having? Are you having your own thoughts, or are you thinking someone else's thoughts? Think for yourself. Really get centered in your heart. Do that breathing, slow, deep breaths. I've got meditations on that online on my channel here, on how to get connected into your heart, because sending that out, the pyramid of protection, it really is so, so helpful. All right, so that's like your shadow. Worrying about what other people thinking, believing them and not yourself. And that's where you got to really start to trust your own power, your own you-ness. So what's the message about the gossip card from our higher self? Let's see if I can find this page quickly. I think it's around here somewhere. Here it is. Higher self. Keep your thoughts to yourself. See, like when I was working on this project, I wanted to do cards so bad. I got 3 decks, and each one was better and better, but this, I finally have the book written. Okay. Don't give personal information to strangers as a way of looking for approval. Tune into one's energetic field and tune it up daily with meditation and mindfulness. Shifting your thoughts will also change one's reality. You know? Thoughts are electromagnetic and will attract energies that are in line with positive thoughts or negative thoughts. But you really want to kind of focus on something positive. Stay out of this distorted thinking, because that's what's keeping you trapped and feeling like you're out of control, because you really are. Because it's your choice. Are you going to choose to give your power away, or are you going to keep it for yourself? Okay, so if you're working on something, shut up. Don't tell anyone about it until it's done, because people really know how to screw shit up for you. Anyway. All right. So, the higher self is telling you to watch your thinking. So now the message from the guides, angels, beings of light and love. All right, so they're talking to us about an addiction to fear. All right, where's that page? Well, so here we are. The highest, no. Oh, well, we just found an error. See, this is why I'm doing it. I didn't write a message from guides and angels. So let me just read the summary. Drugs, alcohol, sex, shopping to excess to dull the pain of one's perceived sins. So maybe someone's talking about you or something, and you're just like going, oh, you know, why give your power to them? Why you believe it? Fear is the root of most addictions. And an addiction is anything you do in excess. It's a natural built-in emotion that warns us to respond to impending danger. Sensation of being afraid and triggers one's fear response becomes normalized. So as you get stuck in this fear trap feeling, it just becomes a natural, like they normalize stuff on TV. Stuff that's going on now. When I was a little kid, I'd never imagined it in a million years. Never, ever. So it's all how things are perceived and normalized. And then you get addicted to that sensation of fear. So I'm feeling people need to just stay off the news. Just don't watch the news. It doesn't serve you any real good purpose. Just freaks you out. I'd read, maybe catch it quickly, but I would not spend a lot of time doing that. All right, so that's my first reading with these cards, and I call them the Life Mastery Oracle, and they're going to be for sale at the end of February. I'm waiting until Mercury goes direct, and I need to just go through and edit the booklet, because I did forget to include a couple of descriptions, just so that the card system where you'd like have your shadow that you're dealing with, answer from your higher self, and then another answer from your guides, your angels, beings of light and love. So with that, I say thank you, namaste, and come back and watch Camp Sue videos, because we'll be doing a lot more of them now that my card project is finally complete, my life work. So thank you, namaste, and stay tuned for more.